Hello, my friend. Welcome to your Reiki session. This session is going to be an aura scan and a chakra balancing for confidence. So, all you need to do is just sit or lie back, just relax, and let me send you this beautiful life force energy to balance you, ground you, and activate the solar plexus so that you feel confident, worthy of expressing yourself, worthy of going after your dreams, worthy of moving through the world with your head held high. So this is going to be the activation, right? But I also want it to be a very calming session. So we're going to be working here in the solar plexus, just above your belly button. But we're also going to be using some very calming, very soothing elements. So hopefully this should feel just very, very supportive. Okay, so confidence, I believe, really is built in the doing of things. I think confidence is built by strengthening that muscle of putting yourself out there, showing up for yourself, and realizing that the things that might have scared you aren't actually that scary, and that you're safe to be vulnerable, that you're safe to try new things. That's the ultimate vulnerability, is trying something new, right? So I think it's really, confidence is really about, that action, taking action, and recognizing that when you reliably show up for yourself, you build that strong self-reputation, and then the opinions, the acceptance, the validation of others, the recognition can kind of melt away, because you have that deep understanding that you've got your own back. It's not about not, relying on any others or being completely independent all the time. It's not about that. But if you are tethered to the validation of others, if you are tethered to the recognition of others, that can lead to a lot of suffering. And so instead, we really want to build this confidence within ourselves. So that's not always something that we can, heal in a Reiki session without taking action, right? But what we're going to do here is develop the energetic support system to enable you to start believing in yourself, to start taking those first few steps. I'm using this sandalwood, cedarwood, and tea tree with a couple of crystals in here, amethyst and clear quartz. So what it's really about is recognizing that you're no different from other people. You're not less than anyone else. It's really difficult for us to believe in ourselves, for us to take that first step, if we're treating ourselves so unkindly, if our negative self-talk is so oppressive and diminishing. And motivation is not something that we can rely on. It's not a reliable tool. It's an emotion that surfaces from time to time, but it's not something that reliable. So if instead we can start to develop practices for ourselves that have our bigger kind of process or goal in mind, that's a really helpful way of ensuring that you're stepping in the right direction of that confident self. Because ultimately, confidence really is, it's a choice. Sometimes we don't feel like that choice is available to us because of how we were raised. Maybe we didn't receive a lot of validation, or all the love that we received was very conditional. So we really do feel kind of tethered to the recognition and acceptance and validation of others. But you are so valuable just as you are. You are so valuable just as you are, just exactly as you are. And once we kind of unhook from that external seeking, it's so much more powerful for us to move through our lives, choosing each step that we take, that it's not about seeing ourselves reflected in the opinions and perspectives of others. Instead, we are the observer. We observe our lives and we take action based on those observations. That we can cultivate a life of our choosing, a life of our dreams, free of the bondage and the imprisonment of pleasing others or, trying to impress other people. So now I want to show you a really beautiful new incense. So this isn't sponsored, but my favorite incense shop, the Pure Incense Co., just sent me some of their new agarbatti incense sticks, handcrafted. It's a lovely local small shop, really fabulous. So if you haven't shopped at the Pure Incense Co. before, incredible. They're all handcrafted, all of their incense, and these incense sticks, I'm so excited to show you. I love supporting small businesses, and this one is just amazing. The quality is so incredible. But here, I'll show you. So they have these smudge sticks that are like the same, but this one is lavender. So I wanted to invite that kind of calming essence here. Look how pigmented that is. Let's see if you can see it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Wow. It's stunning. I don't know if you can see, but it has bits of lavender all throughout. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so fun. So I'm going to cleanse your aura, and I'm really going to focus here in the solar plexus and in the mental plane. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that smoke, you guys. It's gorgeous. Yeah, the Pure Incense Co. Just a fabulous, they're so friendly, they're so lovely. Family owned business. It's wonderful. So, just moving through here and clearing and cleansing. Smoke has been used ad infinitum for clearing and cleansing, for releasing. Ceremonial smudging, cleansing with smoke, ridding our energy bodies or our spaces of evil spirits. Now we tend to energetically call those evil spirits blockages or tension or tightness, right? These things that prevent us from being in alignment. But it's all the same, it's the same process. We are using smoke and intention as part of a ritual to cleanse that which is no longer serving us. Cleansing, clearing and cleansing, clearing and cleansing. And perhaps there is something specific here that you want to cleanse. Maybe there's something specific that is blocking you, is preventing you from feeling confident. The thing is, how you view yourself, how you choose to show up, that is actually changeable. You have the power to change your identity through, intentionally cultivating a really powerful self-concept. So what is it that you want to, call in, and what do you want to release? What is preventing you from showing up as your most confident, powerful, aligned self? So this first step, this first kind of foray into shifting your consciousness, recognizing that you can decide to be confident at any moment. This first step is really all about choosing to do things a little bit differently. If you are very unkind to yourself, and anytime you are maybe in a social situation, you really beat yourself up. Why did I say that? Or, oh, that was so stupid. Or maybe you get really in your head, or maybe you're just not very kind to yourself. Then really develop a strong boundary with yourself, saying, why am I speaking that way to myself? If you can discover what voice that is, maybe it's a voice from your past. Maybe it's a voice from your childhood. Maybe that kind of judgment that you have for yourself, maybe that existed way before you had that consciousness of choice of how to identify. So where does that voice come from? Because within us, on a soul level, we would never do anything to intentionally hurt ourselves. Everything that we do is with the intention of trying to protect us or help us. So even within you, within your system right now, any mechanisms that you have in place that are self-sabotaging by accident. The purpose of your internal monologue is not to torture yourself. If you have these negative thought loops or negative self-talk that's very judgmental, spreading seeds of doubt and things like that, oh my goodness, that very likely came from a time when you were either surrounded by people who were judgmental, you had conditional love growing up, and so you felt like the only way to receive love was to act in a certain way or to perform or to, maybe hide certain aspects of who you are. And now that's not serving you. What that's actually doing now as an adult is preventing you from deepening your connection with those around you. Only through vulnerability, only through being fully aligned in who we are and truly resonant with our full expression of self can we carve out these deep connections with others. So you're really kind of robbing yourself and also other people of the opportunity of getting to know you and connecting with you deeply and loving you. So now it's time for you to release any of that, maybe resentment, which is all valid, but it's not helpful, Release that and instead just say, how can I choose to do things differently now? Like, how can I choose to heal in this moment? The Reiki precepts are just for today. That's the way all 5 of them start. The sacred Reiki precepts start just for today. Because there's no guarantee, there's no promise. And if we can just look at today, just look at this moment even, just for this moment, you could say. Just for this moment, just for today. Just for the next minute, hour. Just for today, just for right now. Just for this breath. I will be kind to myself. I will be kind to myself. When we are kind to ourselves, it opens up avenues for us to be confident, for us to believe in ourselves. But if we're always being mean to ourselves, maybe we're engaging in some perfectionism. And, if I can't do it perfectly, it's not worth doing at all. That's a real form of self-sabotage. I know. I've been there. I have been there. Not that I ever thought I was able to be perfect, but I just always had this pressure of so much self-doubt. And I, perfectionism was a way to kind of keep me safe, because I would say, if I messed up a little bit, so I might as well not do it. I would never have identified with a perfectionist because I always thought that perfectionists were perfect, So I never saw myself as that. I was really, really critical of myself. But once I realized that perfectionism is just this kind of mask that we wear, that is this illusion of, being adequate, being good enough, being worthy. And that underneath all of that, we're constantly just trying to hold up this facade. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So if you can just start to recognize that we're all flawed, humans are flawed. We are all going through our own healing journey. All of us are going through our healing journeys. So instead of maybe comparison causes you to lack confidence, or maybe you just feel really envious, or maybe you it's the reflection that you see in other people's perception, or your perceived reflection that other people are judging you. When in reality, like, you don't know what's going on for anybody else. The only thing you know for sure is what's going on for you. And so the most powerful thing you can do, the most human thing you can do, is just to say, I'm allowed to be imperfect. Who I am is enough. Who I am is marvelous and magnificent, and I'm not less than or greater than anyone else. I simply am, and in that being, I am worthy. I am worthy of feeling confident, of moving through the world with confidence. Confidence is a response to the stimulus of courage and bravery and vulnerability. Being brave enough to be vulnerable, being brave enough to open your heart, being brave enough to put yourself out there, express yourself, being brave enough to try something new, being brave enough to get up and try it again once you've failed. Failure is such an illusion, you know. Failure is just part of success. It's one of the stepping stones of success. You have to fail. You have to fail in order to succeed. It's part of how we learn as humans. Not only is there nothing wrong with it, it's actually one of the best things we can do when we're learning and growing, is to embrace failure. I love this. This is so beautiful. Okay. I'm going to draw the sacred symbols outside of your heart space, my dear. Take a slow, deep breath. Slow, deep breath. And release, 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 release. You're doing such a good job. How are you feeling? Okay, good. Good. Let's light our candle and set our intention. This is a really powerful healing session, so maybe place your hands on your solar plexus just above your belly button. It's easy for us to find points of weakness within ourselves because that just means that you really want to protect yourself. But if you can have the courage and have the trust in the universe and in yourself and in others to take a step in the direction of your dream self, take a step in the direction of your most aligned self, whatever that may be. I want this to apply to any aspect of your life and your journey. If you are somebody who's, maybe you're trying to get really healthy and you just feel like you haven't taken that first step of maybe learning how to get healthy, which sadly is not something we've been taught, of trying to figure out how to, really nourish your body with nutritious foods. Or maybe, you've been nervous to ask someone out or to put yourself out there in terms of dating, whatever it is. Like, that takes a great amount of courage and trust and faith. But if you can trust yourself and trust the universe, you don't have to rely on others, right? Trust that everything is working out. Trust that everything that, any of the obstacles that come are there to teach you a lesson, that you're going to be safe. You are safe. let's set our intention here on this flame, and I want you to join me here. So I really want you to practice holding the idea that you are enough. So maybe say the words to yourself out loud. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough just as I am. I don't need to do anything to be enough. I don't need to do anything to be worthy. You are worthy just as you are, exactly as you are. You are so worthy and valuable. So just try to extend space and time for that idea of enough, enoughness. I am enough. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered, most aligned self in loving comfort and in perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session to help you tap into and activate your own confidence, your own inner confidence. This is not a medal that you will wear pinned to your chest. This is not a cloak that shrouds you and protects you from the world and makes you impervious. What this is instead is it's permission for you to believe in yourself. This is permission for you to let go of all of the self-diminishing beliefs that you are so tethered to, that you are so committed to believing about yourself. You are powerful beyond measure. You are wise beyond comprehension. You are so valuable. You are kind, compassionate. You have gifts overflowing. You just need to recognize them. We just shift out of trying to gain recognition from others, and the only thing we need to focus on is recognizing how blessed we are, how fabulously gifted you are, how many wonderful gifts you have. Do that internal recognition and just release the rest. So feel free to set your own intention, whatever this session has inspired for you. Set your own intention. And as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves, then we will honor that intention and see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable, how, where it applies in your life, my dear. Okay, you can always pause the session and come back when you're all set, when you're ready. Using a bit of a rose, now I just want you to calm. I said I wanted this session to feel very relaxing and soothing. So now we're going to tap into that energy. I'm going to do a little grid on your body, placing Kumbhaba Jasper just here. Yeah, I'll place that there. I'm going to place Howlite here. Here. Tiger's Eye is power, confidence. Kumbhaba Jasper is very supportive. It's great for transformation, supporting transformation. Howlite is very relaxing, calming, very powerful, relaxing stone. Yellow Jasper, joy, self-belief. Amethyst, clarity. Red garnet is great for supporting manifestation. Red jasper, very grounding. Sodalite, wonderful stone of self-expression and confident communication. So place this right on your throat chakra. Gorgeous. And then this beautiful labradorite. I want all your dreams to come true. So place this on your third eye. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I think that's all. Okay. Now it's time for you to drift off to sleep, to rest, to relax. You can let your mind just drift. Drift. You are safe, you are protected. Everything is working out in perfect harmony and balance. Everything is working out for your highest, best, favorite self. You are safe. Beautiful. Let me seal all of this gorgeous energy in with our owl rattle. Beautiful creature of wisdom, protecting you, sealing in all this goodness. Slow, deep breath in and release. I'm going to come through with this song I want. And we're just going to do any further releasing. This is just light and fluffy. And as I pass it over you, the weight of the day melts off of your physical body, melts down the legs of the Reiki table, and out into the earth beneath, into the woods that surround us, that cocoon us and support, to be transmuted by the beautiful earth of this mountain, to be transformed into powerful supportive energy, and all that's left is love and peace. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative. You are safe. You are safe. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are confident. You are powerful. You are enough. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Take really good care of yourself, okay? Take care of each other. And until we meet again, be so well, okay? Namaste. Hello, my lovely, lovely patrons. This session is going to be all about just like sending love into the hands. Our palms are these like entry and access points for so many different energies to flow in. So doing Reiki hand massages I find really helpful. So soothing. So I'm just going to be sending this energy towards you. I love using things from nature to send healing energy. You know I love using things like driftwood, stones, all the earthly elements. I love using water as a healing element. Good. So sending that love towards you. And see if you can just maybe breathe it in. Fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and achieve objectives. Cool. This is going to be a really powerful time for you. 2 super empowering cards. You have this fiery energy and you have like the earth and the roots and the ancestors. It's like star and earth and fire. Find as comfortable a position as you can. Maybe close your eyes. You could lie down, whatever feels right for you. And let's begin today with gratitude. Whatever position you find yourself in, bring to heart